Hey folks, welcome back to another Civ 6 video. It is February 2022 if you're wanting to know whether or not this video is relevant to the current version of the game, but since the New Frontier Pass ended, there haven't been a ton of changes to the game. And in this video, we're going to be discussing what I think is probably the easiest map type to learn Deity on if you're new to Deity, and probably the easiest map type to win, and that is the Inland Seas map. And there's a few reasons for that and why I would recommend that. So I'm going to run an Inland Sea map playthrough in the background on Deity level. I'm going to actually start in the middle-ish. I did the beginning of the playthrough on live streams. Put a link to that in the description below if you want to just catch how the beginning of the build went. So we're hopping in here on turn 58 here, and you can see that actually both the AI that I've met and myself here have relatively slow starts. So 11 science for Gaul, 6 science for myself, 21 culture production for Gaul, and 10 for myself. So I guess this is my first point, is that generally the starting yields in a lot of the starting spots in Inland Sea are sort of poor, which is like, well, why would you want to play on a map where you have a poor starting spot? Well, the Deity AI has certain production advantages and starts with extra units, both military and civilian units. So the fact that you get a poor starting spot generally is going to impact their start too. So it actually impacts them a little more because they have more ability to expand and exploit that early terrain. So having a slow start is not necessarily bad. Presuming that everybody has sort of an equally slow start, it's actually sort of good for you if you're playing on Deity AI, in my opinion. The other big plus to the starting spot on the Inland Seas map, if you're just starting out on Deity, is that you are never going to have to defend from more than 2 fronts on your borders. So effectively, you can see here that I started in the southwestern part of the map, but because everybody is dispersed around that giant sea in the middle, I'm only going to ever have to defend from 2 directions, in this instance, north or east. Makes it much easier to anticipate and defend against the AI's early military advantage, because you have 2 sides that you're effectively not going to be attacked from. So that is a significant advantage in my opinion. It makes it quite a bit easier to defend if you use this as your map type. Because you can only explore this map type in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion, unless for some reason you rush sailing, it generally makes it easier to meet city-states, in the fact that it's easier to find 3 city-states and get your political philosophy boost, which I think is something that you really need on Deity to help bridge that gap between the AI advantages at the start of the game and what you get. So effectively, you need to get those extra governor titles and rush out that government plaza, and in order to do that, you're going to want to make sure that you get the political philosophy boost, because it takes quite a decent chunk of culture. If you don't have that boost, that can really slow you down. So I think on this map, it's more consistent in terms of getting that boost. And speaking of boosts, there is also the astrology boost, and again, the fixed exploration aspect of the Inland Seas map makes it generally easier to run into a natural wonder, and not necessarily first or somewhere you can settle by, but it will at least get you the boost if you want to compete for religion, because you'll want that astrology boost because it's sort of a detour on the tech tree. So one last point is the manner in which the AI pursues its technologies. I've noticed that because of the lack of rivers on the Inland Sea map typically, that the AI seems to go into crossbowmen a little bit slower, which is really huge, because I think this might have to do with the fact that you can't build a water mill, and then you're missing that part of the boost to get down to the bottom half of the military part of that tech tree. So it might be causing them to reprioritize by not having that boost. I'm not sure, and this could just be a perception thing. But sorry for not having the tech tree up while I'm discussing this. It's just too lazy to find that footage. But I have found that generally they are slower in getting crossbowmen, which is a really, really big advantage for you if you're playing against DAI, in my opinion. So that's it. Anyway, if you liked the video, like and subscribe. And if you are new to Deity and you are trying out this map and this works a little better for you, just let me know in the comments. Or, if you're like, no, the Inland Seas map blows, you can write that too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we will hopefully see you later.